Hello, guys. Welcome to my channel. And today I want to talk about how expats may be left to fend for themselves in the Philippines. I know there are expat bloggers, including myself, who say there are expat groups you can get in touch with to assist you in case you get into financial or whatever trouble. But unfortunately, this doesn't apply to every expat. Not everyone will be welcome in certain group unless you click with them. Many expats view the Philippines as a fresh start, a tropical paradise where retiring or escaping the rat race seems both feasible and ideal. However, beneath the sun, sand, and smiles, there lies a sobering truth. Some expats find themselves completely alone when disaster strikes. Today, we'll explore the reasons expats feel isolated during difficult times and examine how the expat community can sometimes turn into a source of abandonment rather than support. The Philippines is the ultimate escape for many expats. It attracts retirees, digital nomads, and those looking for love and adventure because of its advantageous currency rates, warm temperatures all year round, and comparatively relaxed visa policy. There are many tales of expats creating a second life, frequently with a beachfront house, a small business, or a younger Filipino. But the safety nets one would anticipate back home are frequently absent from the dream. The support of friends, family, and government structures is often left behind by expats. Though hopeful, they are ill prepared for the reality of living in a developing country when they arrive in the Philippines. When things go wrong, whether it's financial disaster, health issues, legal issues, or betrayal by a trusted friend, this lack of preparation becomes completely noticeable. Problems for expats in the Philippines can take many different forms. Entanglements with the law can be particularly dangerous. There may be serious repercussions from miscommunication with local authorities, disagreements with business associates, or allegations placed on you by your Filipina. The Philippines judicial system is cumbersome, slow, and sometimes unclear to some expats. An unresolved minor charge may result in months or even years of incarceration. Additionally, financial ruin is also common. Due to prohibitions on foreign ownership, some expats invest in real estate or companies in the names of their spouses or local Filipinas. These agreements can swiftly go sour, particularly in relationships where trust was granted too soon. Expats may lose everything they own and have no legal protection. It is common for newcomers to anticipate a sense of camaraderie from their fellow expats. Although reassuring, the notion of expats coming together in times of hardship is frequently overblown. The expat community is actually a diverse group of people with a range of backgrounds and interests. Some are adventurers, some are retirees, and some are escaping obligations or past mistakes. Many long term expats develop a pessimistic or jaded perspective. They have witnessed others come and go, frequently departing in desperation or shame. They are therefore less inclined to assist other expats or anyone experiencing a crisis. There is a prevalent mindset that says, each man for himself. Some people even say it out loud, particularly when someone's bad luck is attributed to their own fault or to their own naivety. Some expats may not actively try to integrate into local or expat communities since they have a strong sense of independence when they first arrive in the Philippines. They may put their personal space and routines first, which could result in weak social ties. They might not have a network of people to turn to in times of trouble. The Philippines expat population is diverse. Some are there for longer holidays or shorter tasks, while others intend to stay for a long time. Those who stay for shorter periods of time might not have taken the time and trouble to form meaningful friendships. These ephemeral people may not have the established connections necessary for assistance when problems occur. Because of the cheaper cost of living or a desire for peace and quiet, some expats decide to settle in the Philippines' more isolated regions. This geographic seclusion may seem desirable in regular times, but in times of crisis, when resources and help are scarce, it might prove to be a serious disadvantage. Even within the expat community, some expat may be reluctant to disclose weaknesses or personal information because of the privacy concerns or bad experiences in the past. Mutual support and trust may be hindered by this hesitancy. There are also expats who have had bad experiences with expat communities in other countries and may bring those biases to the Philippines and become reluctant to depend on others. Some expats may overestimate their capacity for independent problem solving or underestimate the likelihood of difficulties. When a crisis does arise, their lack of readiness may make them vulnerable. When a fellow expat falls into trouble, the reaction can range from indifference to outright abandonment. A man accused of a crime may find that friends disappear overnight. Calls are no longer answered by those who used to drink beer with him at the local bar. They don't want to be associated with the drama due to fear of attracting attention on themselves from the local government. Resources such as food, water, and medical supplies can become limited during a major crisis. In such situations, fear and the instinct for self preservation can override empathy and community spirit. Some expats may put their own interests and the welfare of their close relatives first above all else. In extreme circumstances, expats may turn against one another. In tiny towns, rumors can spread quickly, and a suffering expat might easily become the focus of the rumors. Personal grudges, rivalry, and jealousy can all result in betrayal. Knowing that there is little recourse, expats have even worked with locals to exploit other expats in a few documented cases. Misinformation can spread quickly in chaotic settings, and communication networks might be damaged. Misunderstandings, a failure to recognize the needs of others, and a collapse of coordinated support efforts can result from this. Social cliques, nationality based groups, or divergent viewpoints can occasionally split up expat communities, even during normal times. These pre existing divisions can be exacerbated during a crisis, making it less likely for individuals to extend help beyond their immediate circle. In the absence of clear leadership and coordinated efforts within the expat community, people may feel overwhelmed and uncertain about how best to assist. Inaction and a sense of being left to fend for oneself can result from this. Then there is the not my problem attitude. Some expats may take a detached approach, believing that help should come from their home country's embassy, local government, or themselves rather than from other expats. Compassion fatigue and burnout can also affect people who are actively working to assist others during a prolonged crisis. Support may be withheld as a result, not out of hatred, but rather out of a desire to safeguard their own well being. Expats have different risk tolerances and come from a variety of backgrounds. Some people may decide to stay and weather the storm during a crisis, while others may decide to flee or look for safer areas. The community may become divided as a result of these conflicting interests, and those who are left behind and in need may feel abandoned. Relationships with locals can pose significant risk, especially if you are aware of the laws and consequences of breaking them in the Philippines. Legal accusations, whether true or false, may result from a falling out with a Filipina. And since you don't speak the language, it makes it more likely for the authorities to take the side of the Filipino citizen. Bribery or connections can have a significant impact on results, and the local court system frequently favors citizens, unless, of course, you come up with enough money to possibly sway their decision. Additionally, extortion and frauds target expats more frequently. A naive or trusting expat can be manipulated into compromising situations, some of which are designed explicitly to extract money or property. Once compromised, these expats will find little support, either from the local authorities or fellow expats. Many expats believe that their embassy will help them when they need it. Embassies provide limited support, such as facilitating repatriation, contacting family, or providing a list of local attorneys. They do not supply legal defense, bail money, or medical care. Bitter disappointment frequently results from the false belief that one's government will save the day. Assistance may be provided by non governmental organizations, particularly for vulnerable groups such as the elderly, victims of domestic violence, or expats ensnared in human trafficking. Resources are scarce and help frequently comes too late or with strict criteria. Numerous accounts of expats left on their own surface in forums, blogs, and news articles. One such story is of an American retiree who was separated from his family by former friends and imprisoned for months due to a land dispute. Another story is about a European man who had a stroke and was in hospital, who had to depend on internet donations after his expat pals abandoned him. Last but not least is an Australian who lost everything after his fiancée and business partner stole the company's money, leaving him in debt. These instances are not unique, rather, they are alarmingly common cautionary tales. While the risks are real, they are not insurmountable. Expats who thrive in the Philippines are often those who prepare meticulously and maintain a healthy skepticism. Practical steps include keeping emergency funds in a secure offshore account, avoiding legal or financial entanglements without proper legal counsel, and understanding local laws and cultural norms. Building a network of trustworthy locals and expats, maintaining strong ties with family and friends abroad, and being part of organized expat groups that focus on support rather than gossip or partying can also help. Some communities have informal aid systems, ride sharing for medical appointments, and legal advice networks. Although there are risks, they are manageable. Not every expat gives up their own. There are stories of selfless aid, hospital bill fundraisers, and tacit support during court cases. However, these are the exception rather than the rule. Developing a culture of empathy and responsibility among expats is the difficult part. Creating local support groups with official leadership is one way to create a more encouraging environment for expats. Promoting mentorship between recent arrivals and seasoned expats. Raising awareness of addiction and mental health issues and establishing emergency response procedures in local communities. Expats' experiences in the Philippines during difficult times are not all the same. Some people may find themselves alone and dependent only on their own resources because of their lifestyle, personality, or circumstances. On the other hand, the stress and worries of a crisis can unfortunately lead some expats to prioritize self-preservation over collective support, resulting in a sense of abandonment for those in dire need. Fostering stronger, more resilient expat communities that can provide sincere support and solidarity when it matters most requires an understanding of the complex factors underlying these contrasting experiences, from personal decisions and cultural quirks to the harsh realities of crisis situations. It is important we have proactive integration, community building, clear communication, and a sheer sense of responsibility to ensure that no one is truly left behind when trouble strikes. All right, guys, that is all for today's show. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good day.